This is going to help you get more information and more insight on what it takes, first and foremost, mentally, then logistically, to actually make the leap and have a soft landing. Like, don't get it out the mud like me, sis. Come into it knowing, bam, bam, bam. I'm clear, I'm concise, I don't have fear around it because I have information and I have community awaiting me on the other side. Buenos dias, tribe. It's your girl, Sage Monroe. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been following me for some time, you know that I moved to Costa Rica about 1.5 years ago, and I haven't really looked back since. By the title of this video, if you're new, it seems to me that you are ready to wrap things up where you're living now. You're ready to explore uncharted lands and be in an environment that supports your physical, financial, and communal health. And I'm going to show you exactly how I can assist you in doing that. July 11th through the 13th, I will personally be hosting the Black Girls Abroad Summit. And I'm super excited because y'all, I did not think back when I started my journey and I started posting on my YouTube channel that I would have gotten such an incredible response. I mean, not just people hitting me up on Instagram, which has been hundreds, but people stopping me on the streets of Puerto Viejo saying, I saw your videos, and if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be here. Like, what? That is crazy. So I started preparing things like the PDF, the guide on how to move into and travel in the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica. But that wasn't enough. I need to sit down with y'all one-on-one so y'all can hear my voice, know I'm a real person who's really here to give y'all guidance and support on your journey and answer some of the deeper questions. I might not be able to sit and answer every single DM, even though my heart really, really wants to. But this summit is going to be the one-stop shop to not just talk to me, but to talk to all of my homegirls and even some of my homeboys about what it takes to set yourself free. This is about more than just living in another country. This is about reclaiming your peace, reclaiming your time, reclaiming your energy. Okay? Because let's be honest, we're being highway robbed energetically and financially in the systems that we come from. And now we're trying to live in a place that does not perpetuate the same mentality and the same lack of care for the people that it's supposed to protect, love, and work with, not against. You feel me? Did you hear me? That's why I found Costa Rica. But Black Girls Abroad Summit, it doesn't just talk about Costa Rica. Maybe Costa Rica is not calling you. Maybe it's Mexico. Maybe it's Thailand. And this is going to help you get more information and more insight on what it takes, first and foremost, mentally, then logistically, to actually make the leap and have a soft landing. Like, don't get it out the mud like me, sis. Come into it knowing, bam, bam, bam. I'm clear, I'm concise, I don't have fear around it because I have information and I have community awaiting me on the other side. But we really have to get into the nitty-gritty of why so many people, Black women in particular, are like, you know what, bitch, okay? I came from Atlanta. And that was such a masculine environment. It was such a place that did not influence me to be a more feminine woman. It influenced me to be a grown man in so many different ways, And as a woman, as a Black woman, as an intuitive woman, I realized that I am my most powerful when I am further in my feminine than I'll ever be in my masculine. Did you hear me? Okay? And I need an environment that supports my feminine side, that supports me having a calm nervous system. I was tired of dealing with anxiety. I was tired of feeling tired, you feel me? And misunderstood. I felt like I deserved more. And even though I may not have had all the answers at that point, being such an intuitive woman, my spirit was telling me it's time to pack it up and it's time to try something new, because this version of yourself that you're becoming, it cannot grow in this current environment. That was okay, spirit, I'm listening. Okay. You might be experiencing the same. I know so many Black women who reach out to me and they're like, I can't do this forever. I'm working to afford my lifestyle more than I have ever lived. And somebody lied. This American dream, or this idea of what success looks like, it twists and it turns for so many different people. But if you allow the system to spoon feed you what success looks like, you'll never reach it, because it's not set up for you to reach it. It's set up for you to continue to reach and work harder. But that is not ultimately success. So, what is the answer, right? How do you go from living in scarcity, living in lack of abundance, living in fear, living in just living every single day feeling like you're just on your last drop, and you're on your last leg and you don't know where to go, to feeling clear, feeling inspired to move forward with your purpose and your mission, to feel supported by community, and to feel like you're living in alignment? First and foremost, you have to make the decision. I could give you every single tool, which I will during the summit, on how to logistically have the funds, to find the place, where do you fly in, all of the things. But none of that will mean anything unless you have personally made the decision for yourself that you want better, and that no matter if you got only $15.12 in your account, you're gonna have that life. This experience that I am living in has nothing to do with wealth, financially. Me and all my friends are not rich. We're not rich financially, but in every other aspect of life, oh my goodness, we are supported, we are loved, we are creating, we are standing within our purpose, and we are living within our truth. That is rich to me. Is that rich to you? It is an investment that you have to make to receive this knowledge, but this knowledge is going to ultimately help you set yourself free. I was actually watching a YouTube video of a woman who also does summits, and she said that most people will pay for summits, conferences, and things like that to learn how to make money, but not as many will learn how to become free. And that was like, wow, because I can't fathom. I understand that in a certain ways money is a way to become free, but what if you don't need $1 million? What if you don't need $100,000? What if you don't need 1,000 to become free? Everybody's version is different, like I mentioned. So you have to pick what freedom means to you and what you're willing to sacrifice and how much of yourself you're willing to trust. I personally made this leap, y'all. Myself. I didn't come here with anybody. I didn't have support from any family, no support from no man or anything like that. It was just me and it was God. And in my journey, and still every single day, I'm learning so much, about myself, about what it takes to be willing to set myself free. And my mindset has shifted. Everything within me has shifted to be here and to continue to live in this environment and to align with the space that is so in alignment with my spirit. You understand? So with what I've learned and with the people and the beautiful, magnificent spirits that I've connected with, we can all share our stories, and in hopes of that to inspire yours, to inspire you to say, it's possible for me. Let us be representation. Not too many Black women are, especially not from Detroit, not from Mississippi, not from Texas, not from Tennessee, are represented enough to live in places like Costa Rica, live in places like Italy, live in places like Morocco. But it's super possible for us, but we have to get closer to the people so we can feel into that, whatever the other woman has, that courage, that tenacity, that discipline, that belief in self that it takes to make that leap, and to rewire yourself enough to say, I can create my reality. I deeply, seriously can create my reality. Like, I hate to be cliche, but if you don't create it, who is creating your reality? I want to look y'all in the eyes. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your story. I want to feel the fear that you have. I want to hear the tons of questions that you have to have about this journey and experience. And I want to hold your hand and say, baby, you are carried, not just by the community that you're going to make during the summit, but you're carried by a divine source. Just you being right here is no accident. Know this, you're called, and you have to answer the calling now, because it's just going to keep getting louder and louder. But this is beautiful. Even though I felt completely insane, making the decision to move abroad alone, solo, as a young woman, I knew that I was protected. I knew that I was carried. I knew that my calling has inspired hella women to leave the country. That's crazy. And it's beautiful. Do you understand that you living in your truth, you're about to do the same thing. You're about to shift so many people. Your offerings are about to touch so many spirits. Your offerings are about to change so many lives. So, that's the Caribbean for you. This is your call. I'm not here to sell you a dream, but I am here to open the door to the possibility of the dream that you desire. Only you really know what it is that you want and what is going to make your soul feel free. You came here and clicked the video. I'm just the messenger for the message. This is a revolution. This is a revolutionary act for you as a Black woman to say, enough. No longer will I be a part of this game. I revoke my energy from this environment. I revoke my magic, and I dare to plant it somewhere that supports me, somewhere that I could best flourish, because what served me before may not be serving me now, and to move and not look back. I'm already super proud of you. Y'all, I'm going to put the link in the bio for y'all to join the summit. This is gonna be annual. The girls gonna be outside annual, and we're just gonna grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Also, sign up for Sage Society, which is my online community for women who are travelers, entrepreneurs, creatives, and who are looking for that mindset shift. You see my mindset, it's taking time, it's taking mentorship and a lot of other things. And I am here personally to guide other women to not just move abroad, but to also get in the mindset that it takes to believe in themselves on any level, whatever you want to create, whatever reality you want to create. I am a level 300 creatress alchemist, and I want the girls to understand the same magnitude of power that they wield and hold within themselves. So sign up for Sage Society, but first and foremost, go ahead, grab your ticket for the summit. We literally start in a few weeks, baby. So go ahead, grab your ticket. And I'm super proud of you ahead of time once again. And I'm just so grateful for you being here, watching my story, watching my journey. Again, I'm just the messenger. You came to receive the message. Answer the call. Ciao.